The second responsibility of a community hospital is to provide services based on the needs of the communities the hospital serves, not profit potential. This is not a burden. It's an opportunity. Because when decisions are driven by need, a hospital can provide more than just traditional medicine to improve the health of a community. Over the years, the leaders of not-for-profit hospitals like Phoebe have done just that, going beyond the hospital walls to address the underlying causes of healthcare problems. The results have been a broad range of programs to successfully address problems such as teen pregnancy, to place nurses in cash-strapped public schools, or to help low-income families secure health insurance for their children. At Phoebe, these and literally dozens of other community health projects look upstream to address the cause of health problems, breaking generational cycles that jeopardize educational attainment, employment, and health. A third, and critically important, responsibility of community hospitals is to provide a safety net for all citizens by providing services which may not be profitable, but are crucially important to citizens of the region who may find themselves suddenly in dire need of them.
I never expected to need a neonatal intensive care unit, ever. Everyone expected to have, for me to have a normal delivery. I expected to have a normal delivery, and all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, I had a baby that could not breathe. Looking back now, if I think about how fast everything happened and how it was just taken care of, and I think, what if? What if I had to go to Macon? What if I had to go to Atlanta? There's time in between there that might not have been enough time, and I might have lost Cooper. And I don't like to think about that.
Measured in dollars, a neonatal intensive care unit is not profitable, but measured by a more important standard, it's priceless. That's the case with many other life-saving programs that are a safety net for all Southwest Georgians, regardless of their personal circumstances. Other programs, such as the cutting-edge stem cell cancer program and the residency program that trains doctors to serve in rural areas, may not be profitable, but are at the heart of what a community hospital is all about: saving lives.
Insurance wasn't an issue with me. I had the best insurance. I had plenty of insurance. I think that what was good for me was the fact that it was right here, right now, and they gave me the assurance that he was going to live.
Even as it has grown into a truly exceptional community medical center, Phoebe has been able to provide this level of care at costs that are lower than national and statewide averages.
Our board of directors, as they should, exercise their fiduciary responsibility to make sure that our charges are prudent and competitive. Phoebe Putney has associated itself with probably the foremost expert in healthcare finance in the United States. His name is Dr. Bill Cleverly, who is a professor at Ohio State University. Dr. Cleverly did an extensive study of our costs and charges, and he reported to our board and management that we compare very favorably. Yet, on the other hand, the services that we provide when compared to all institutions are probably upper quartile as it relates to sophistication. When you compare us head-to-head with similar type of services provided at similar type of institutions, we're very, very competitive, usually in the lower quartile.
What makes this possible is Phoebe's not-for-profit status. At a not-for-profit community hospital, revenue stays in the community instead of being sent out of town to stockholders. The focus is on Main Street, not Wall Street, and all revenue in excess of costs is reinvested in the community to improve health.
Profit is a difficult term to apply to the not-for-profit community. Profit in a not-for-profit community hospital is money that's left over to then reinvest in the community, to reinvest in the facility, to reinvest in the expansion of new services, or the supportive services that can't pay for themselves.
Another factor that assures quality and access to health care for Georgians is Certificate of Need.
Certificate of Need is a pillar that has supported health care in this state. When you talk about deregulating and doing away with CON, you need to look at the facts. The facts do not support a deregulated health care environment. In fact, it's just the opposite. In states who have deregulated, they have seen their health care skyrocket. We have compared Texas, Arizona, and Georgia, and Texas and Arizona are non-regulated states. Their health care costs are greater than what we experience here in Georgia. The facts show and the data supports that in states who've repealed Certificate of Need, their costs have actually increased.
Today, not-for-profit community hospitals across the nation are under unprecedented financial pressures from all directions. Costs are rising, insurance reimbursements are being squeezed, and Medicaid payments are being cut. As a result, many community hospitals that lack sufficient reserves have had to cut back on critical services or close altogether. Many communities have simply lost their hospital.
I think the situation is much greater than the citizens of the state realize. 12 hospitals in the state have closed in the past couple of years. There are many hospitals in the state that are borrowing money from week to week to meet payroll. When you take that 2/3 of the hospitals in the state operated in the red this past year, that means that there are going to be closures. And nobody, I don't care who it may be, wants to lose their local hospital.
Through almost a century of change, Phoebe has remained not-for-profit. Careful planning and prudent management have allowed the hospital to continue to offer and expand comprehensive world-class medicine in our region. Revenues beyond costs have allowed Phoebe to support money-losing services, provide community health initiatives, and create a critical reserve against future needs. Most important, this financial stability has allowed the hospital to continue to bring the finest medical talent and technology to the citizens of Southwest Georgia. The Little Southwest Georgia Hospital, opened in 1911, has grown with the region it serves to become one of America's great community hospitals, a major engine of the area's economic growth, employing a dedicated staff of more than 3,600 employees and healthcare professionals. Still managed by the community it serves. Still reinvesting in the health of the community. And still guided by the same tradition to serve all persons of the community, regardless of ability to pay.
That's something that we can be very proud of, and that's one of the beauties of this hospital. It provides services whether you can pay for them or not.
There is so much right here that we take for granted until we need it. And when we need it, we're so grateful that it is here. At that moment, just one of these things can become the most important thing in the world to you and your family.